Now, you have been an ambassador and a business person, but take us a bit back. Where did you come from? Where were you born, and how did you rise to these levels until you became a diplomat, then into business? Give us a bit about you.
Yeah, I'm totally made in Tanzania.
Oh, yeah?
I'm Tanzanian, totally made in Tanzania. I was born small town of Ifakara, Mpungwe district, Morogoro region. And at independence, I was 10,
61.
in 1961. So I became part of the first generation of Tanzanians to be part of the new Tanzania, initially Tanganyika. You know, as you would recall, from day one at independence, our first founder president began the huge task of, because at independence we were not a nation, we were a collection of 123. We don't even know the exact number of tribes.
Tribes, yes.
And people divided by different ethnic groups, different tribes, different religious beliefs, different racial classifications. So we were the first generation to be turned into Tanzanians, and through the number of interventions that the founder president initiated, first by abolishment of chieftainship, which ethnicity and tribalism revolved in Tanzania. And then abolished various discriminatory systems like education system, which at this stage was based on religious schools, church schools, or the Indian community had its own schools, the European community had its own schools, and the rest of the natives went through native, they were called native NA schools, native authorities.
Okay.
Yeah. For instance, one of my uncles had to convert from Islam to Christianity to join a mission school.
Oh, Ifakara.
Yeah. Yeah, those were the days before independence. You know. If you're a Roman Catholic, or you go to Roman Catholic schools and all these things. So, and then a number of interventions, the introduction of Kiswahili as a national language, you know, discouraging the use of vernaculars in education system, in public service. And we, as young people, we were scattered around the country. You know, I started school in Ifakara at a mission school. Yeah.
Okay.
St. Francis Primary School. And then secondary school, I went through Mzumbe Secondary School
Morogoro.
in Morogoro. And from there, as part of nationhood building, nation building, I was sent to Bukoba, St. Thomas More College. Now it's known as Ihungo Secondary School.
Oh, okay.
So that mere fact of being moved to a different part of the country, where none of your village mates or people
there, you're the only one.
The best person for you is the person next to you, regardless of tribe or religion or racial grouping. And someone from Bukoba will be sent to Songea, and someone from there will go to Tanga, and Tanga or to Kigoma. So we were mixed around like a pot of ugali. Yeah. So from there you go to national service, you go to different parts. I went to Makutupora. You meet a different set of people. You make new friends far from your village or people you come from the same place. So by the time you're at the university, you meet different people again.
Okay. So you went to the University of Dar es Salaam?
University of Dar es Salaam.
Okay.
So secondary school Mzumbe, high school Bukoba, St. Thomas More College.
Which is now Ihungo.
Ihungo. Yeah, National Service in Optipora, and then University of Dar es Salaam, where I graduated in 1975 with a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and International Relations.
Oh, so you are cut out to become a diplomat from early on because you went for the degree that was sending you that direction.
Yes, and we, the baby boomers,
Yes.
we who were born in the 40s and 50s, we became part of the nationalist struggle which was going on in the country and elsewhere in the region. There was nationalism, there was Pan-Africanism. So we were brought up under those circumstances. And for me, my father was a school teacher. In those days, school teachers in the rural areas were the elite, where there would be conversations around nationalism those days, and being a school teacher and salaried, I think he had a small radio there. We could listen to the political message of nationalistic, you open the radio in the morning, you hear Uhuru, Uhuru. And the struggle here was also linked to the Pan-Africanist struggle.
Yes.
There's an organization which was formed in Mwanza in 1958 called PAFMECA, Pan-African Freedom Movement for East and Central Africa. So bringing various nationalist parties like KANU, UNIP of Zambia, Malawi, and So we grew up under those political orientations.
So that's how you became interested.
And my father was a keen Boy Scout.
Okay.
In 1958, he went to Southern Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe, for Boy Scout Jamboree. When he came back, he started telling his friends and colleagues and relatives about his experiences in Rhodesia. There were discrimination there. In South Africa, it was called apartheid, but in Rhodesia, it was Calabar. Yeah, different.
Calabar, yes, it's a bar.
Yeah.
Calabar.
Yeah.
Okay.
People were classified
The
on
colors.
There's a different color, of the skin. So those were my initial groundings into national and Pan-Africanist politics.
Okay.
And of course, the socialization that our generation went through in the early days of independence, And by the time I went to the university, political science became my natural.
It was like a default.
Yeah, it was a
course.
default. Yeah. And there, and University of Dar es Salaam those days was a hotbed of revolutionary ideas, a lot of
visionaries and thinkers.
Yeah, and the teaching staff, famous people like Walter Rodney, Dan Mudere, and a lot of leaders of liberation movements used to come.
Were there.
Yeah. And I did a course. I think the University of Dar es Salaam was the only university in the world to teach a course on imperialism and liberation in Southern Africa. Can you imagine?
Okay, so that was a cutout for...
so getting deeper into these issues of liberation and the fight against imperialism. And the course master was Nathan Shamerila, who later he was a Zimbabwean, who later became foreign minister of Zimbabwe, but he was also very active in the liberation politics of Zimbabwe. And it was easy for him to bring all these liberation movement leaders to the university, to our class.
To talk to you, to inspire you.
Yeah, and teach us about imperialism and liberation issues. And with international relations focus, joining the foreign service became a default, as you said, a natural choice. And then after that, the rest is history. I grew up in the foreign service, and this became the only job I did in my life.